Humans have a long history of worship. Whether it's Buddha or Beyonce, Krishna or the Kardashians, John Lennon, Jesus, or the latest shiny device with a blue light screen, it seems that we all have a desire to adore, a magnetic pull towards the transcendent. So what is worship? When broken down, the word worship literally means worth-ship. Worthiness, acknowledgement of worth. It's easy to assume that worship is something limited to Christians singing songs, Muslims on a pilgrimage, or Zen Buddhist monks meditating in mystical temples. But the truth is, we all ascribe worth to something. Our car, our personal appearance, celebrity culture, our favorite brands. When you really break it down, we are all worshipers. The only real question is, what are you worshiping? And is it really worth your worth-ship? Historically, people would worship the king of the land. If they were a good king, they were worthy of worship because they provided protection, governance, and life and prosperity to the people of their kingdom. People ascribed worth to the king's authority because they trusted the goodness of the king and were thankful for the peace and well-being that was provided living under his rule. In this sense, the opposite of worship could be described as mutiny. Mutiny, by definition, is an open rebellion against the proper authorities, a revolution, an uprising, a resistance. What we're really talking about here is that worship and mutiny aren't merely actions, but are actually positions of the heart. Worship is a heart of gratitude that gives worth. Mutiny is a heart of rebellion that withholds worth. This leads us to the core of what it means for us to worship. You see, God designed the human heart with a will authorized with the power of choice to choose what we worship. Either to worship God because we trust His goodness and the life and well-being that He provides, or to rebel and decide for ourselves what will bring us life and well-being. And as history and human experience tells us, we choose mutiny. The Bible says we exchanged the truth about God for a lie and worshipped and served created things rather than the Creator. Put simply, if life had a control seat, we kicked God off.
Who, me?
And ultimately sat in it ourselves. But to worship God is exactly the opposite. It is to humble everything about ourselves and honor everything about Him. That's the way we were designed. That's what makes us come alive. Jesus is worthy of our worship. He created us and loves us unconditionally. He chose to die on the cross to take the penalty of death that we deserved because of our choices. He came alive again, and with Him in the control seat of our life, we experienced the best life we were designed to live. It's worth weighing up what you worship and whether it's giving you life or stealing your life. You don't have to worship Jesus. He's like a gentleman, and so He'll never force you to. That choice is yours.